same whether we can go with the project or not. Similar kind of question. They gave you the value of budget and they give you the value of cost. So a region is considered a flood control project to prevent damage from seasonal flooding. The project costs are estimated as, so they gave the cost of project as $10 million. Okay. And the benefits including avoiding flooding damages to properties, infrastructure, and agriculture lands are estimated to be $8 million. This is $10 million and this is $8 million. Calculate the benefit cost ratio. So what will be the benefit to cost ratio? It will be $8 million will be $8 million divided by $10 million. All right. And it is less than 1. Am I correct? When the benefits to cost ratio is less than 1, then it is apparent that you are not supposed to go with the project. So you are not allowed to go with the project. And what is the answer? B is the answer. Okay. So the previous question was something related to the benefits and costs. So if the benefits to the cost ratio is less than 1, then we are not supposed to take the project. It means that the project is of no profit and contractor, he doesn't show interest to take up the project. He will take up the project or one has to take up the project if the benefit to cost ratio is greater than 1. So that was the previous question. And further moving to the questions. So this is a theory question, something related to sustainability case. Let me read it out. Which of the following is a key principle of sustainability analysis in engineering economics? Okay, so going through the options: increasing production speed, decreasing employee wages, maximizing short-term profits, and reducing carbon emissions. Since this is related to sustainability, and sustainability means it means that preserving something for the future generations. So, what could be the best possible option for this question? In this way, like all the other three wages, I mean, all the other three options, they are nowhere related to the environment concept directly. No matter what, if you are increasing the production speed one way or the other, it is affecting the environment as well. Why? Because it creates some sort of emissions. Though that is a hidden thing, but reducing carbon emissions is the direct thing which can be seen in the options. And decreasing employee wages, it is nowhere related to the environment. The same way with respect to the maximum short-term profits. Here, the two relative options are the first one and the last one, but the first option is somewhat indirect. Comparatively, the D option that suits most good here. And once again, why I'm letting you this sort of difference is, if you were given square options, when you were given square buttons, then you can take both the options. If it is just the round options, then you can go for D directly. All right. Anyways, here for this question, as you said, D goes good. Okay. And let's move to the next one. As per the question, what is the value they given? Come again with the values.
N value is 3, I value is 0.06,
Okay. And then what is 8,000?
F I think.
Okay. So why you are thinking it as F? Okay. Let's read it once again. An employee invests 8,000 in a savings account. It means that it is the initial amount. And what they are
Yeah,
requesting
present.
in the question, present value, right? P equal to 8,000. And what is the requirement as per the question? We have to discover the value of F, right? And
Yes.
so they gave us the value P. They given the value P. Okay. And we have to find the value F. You can see it right bottom of the page. They gave the value P and we have to find the value F. Then what is the formula here? So the formula is, in order to find the future value, it is P into F by P I percentage N. Is that correct? Okay. What is the percentage of interest as per the question? It is 6%. Go to the table which is having 6% interest and check for the value F by P with 6% interest and 3 years. You have to tell me the value for these conditions. F by P, 6%, 3 years. I will take you to the table. So as per the table, it is 1.1910. And what is the value of P? Is 8,000, right? Okay. Now multiply this. What you are getting? 9528.128, which is the closest value. Option C, right? Okay. Then we can go as option C as the answer. Also, the same thing, if you are finding or if you are feeling like getting the value from the table as little difficult, then you can go with the formula which is in the handbook again. Also the table is in handbook, also the formula is in handbook. You can choose one of these two ways, whichever is convenient for you. But the thing which you have to remember is when you take the formula, then you have to put the I value in decimals. So since it is 6%, you have to convert it into the decimal 0.06. Please make a note of this. When you are using the formula, the I value should be in decimals. It should not be in percentage. Okay. Now, okay, this is a first way of solving the question. And let's go for the second way, where we can calculate the future value by multiplying the present value in such a way. And what is the value of P given in the question? It is 8,000 and 1 plus I is 0.06 and the value of N is 3 years. Okay. Can you calculate this one too, please? It should be the same. If it is same, then it means that we can follow any of these two methods. It is same, right? So yeah. Okay. It is same. And just in case, I'm just letting you know, if you go with the table, go with the 4 decimals. Please do not stop yourself for 2 decimals. Go for the 4 decimals. Why? Because here the principal value or the present value is just 4 digits. Just in case if the present value or the value which you multiply is more than 6 digits, then the value gonna increase accordingly. So I suggest you or I advise you to go with the 4 decimals rather than committing yourself or rather than stopping yourself to the 2 decimals. So yeah, go with all the decimals and you will get the accurate value. When you get the accurate value, as per the question, answer it. Whether it has to be the approximate value or whether it is the accurate value, whether it is the fill in the blank, if they're asking for 2 decimals, if they're asking to round it for the nearest 10 or if they're asking to nearest 100, read question times and then answer it. When you are comparing the subject engineering economics with any other subject, engineering economics needs more attention because within the question there is half of the answer. And if you understand the question wrongly, then you're gonna give the wrong answer. All right. Okay. The same question. Here he invested 8,000 just once. Okay. Let's move to the next question.
Facing the challenge of the FE exam, looking for a way to prepare smarter, not harder? Bhavanam's C2C has the answer. Introducing Bhavanam's C2C FE exam preparation program, designed for civil engineers aiming to pass the FE exam and excel in the USA. Wondering what sets us apart? Our expert team. Meet Mahendra, EIT and Project Manager, who knows the FE exam inside and out. K.N. Mathur, EIT and Civil Engineering Masters Graduate. And Chandra Bhartan, IIT Postgraduate and Top 422 Gate Rank Achiever. These experienced instructors have already helped hundreds succeed. Will you be next? In just 3 months, you will master all 14 essential subjects through live online classes held every evening from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. But that's not all. For each subject, sharpen your skills with 15 dedicated practice questions and follow up with quizzes containing 45 questions to solidify your understanding. Prepare like a pro with 3 full-length, 6-hour mock exams designed to mirror the final exam. Plus, receive personalized guidance through one-on-one sessions with our expert instructors to refine your strategy. We understand balancing work, life, and studies can be challenging. So we have got you covered with 1 year access to recorded sessions and replays of live classes to catch up anytime. Here's the game changer. While others charge over $1,000, we are offering everything for just $350. Want an even better deal? Contact the number below now to claim a flat $50 discount and get it all for only $300. Enjoy a 100% refund if you are not fully satisfied within the first week. No questions asked. Our live batches starts fresh every month on 15th. Don't miss your chance to join. Limited seats available. Contact the number below to secure your spot and get enrolled today.
Now, the same question, I given it in a different way. So, what's the deal here? What they said is, an employee invests 8,000 yearly for 3 years. Am I correct? And what was the deal in the previous question? It was 8,000 in a savings account. It means that here 8,000 it was invested just one time and it was compounded for 3 years. Okay? And whereas coming to this question, it is 8,000 yearly and he invested for 3 years. It means that the investment was in repetitive mode. So whenever some data was given in repetitive mode, then what is the thing that you have to consider from the nomenclature? Is it a present value or future value or the repeated value A? It's a A, right? So
Yeah.
here, since it is repeated, since it is said as 8,000 yearly for 3 years, it means that it was repeated 3 times and hence the value of A is 8,000. Okay, and the value of N is 3 years. What is the percentage of interest? 6%. Okay, what's the question? Says they want to calculate the approximate amount in the account after 3 years. After 3 years. And what they want, it is the future value. Okay. Now you have to find out the relation in between F and A. Okay. What you want to find? F. What they given? F by A. I mean, they given A and you have to find F. F by A. Comma I. Comma N. Into A is equal to F. Okay. Now, A value is 8,000. And please go through the table once again. The same 6% table. I value is 6%. N value is 3. What is the F by A value? 3.1836. Okay. And multiply this value. 25,468. What is the approximate value to this? As per the question, it is, I can see the option B, which is closest to the answer. Am I correct?
Mm.
All right. It's a good one. Okay. Now, if you feel still there is a confusion within the table, now let's go to the table. Remember, the values for I and N are 6% and 3 years. Now we are moving to the table. Let's see if the value, what we got is right or not. What we are finding here? F by A. Okay. We have to find the future value and they gave us the A value. F by A is here and the percentage is 6. So we are in the right table. Now we have to go for the years, which is 3. So here it is 3.1836. Are we correct here? Yes, we are. And also, as I said, For the same thing within the handbook, we got a formula too. Oh, what is that formula? Let me get the formula from the handbook. Since the screen is under share, maybe it is not letting me to do, but you can go with that formula, which I'm gonna write it here. It's the same formula, plus I whole power n minus 1 whole divided by I. If you can substitute the value of I as 0.06 in the equation, then you're gonna get the same value here as 3.1836, and after that you have to multiply that with 8000, you will get the same approximate value. There could be some change in the last two digits, but it will be approximately the same. Okay. All right. So mostly 90% of the problems that you deal with engineering economics, you can deal in multiple ways. Not only engineering economics, whatever the subject you take, you can deal in multiple ways. So enhance yourself with the knowledge of dealing in multiple ways. If you find difficulty in solving the problem in one way, you can jump on to other. If you got more time, then you can check in between the two values too. And as our regular concept, I gonna give you a thumb rule here. Okay. So since they're investing 8,000 yearly for 3 years, what will be the principal amount? What is the investing amount? 8,000 into 3. Am I correct? So the invested amount is this much, and the future amount will be greater than 24,000 for sure. And hence, A is not your option. A should not be your option since it is less than 24,000. And it could be any one out of these three options. This is when you're trying to, this is when if you find the question as much difficult and if you got to eliminate something, then by having these fundamental rules or these basic rules, then you can eliminate it. Regardless, I suggest you to go with the complete solution to get the right answer. All right. Isn't it easy? Once again, I'm repeating. If something is in repeating mode, you have to go with the letter A. If you understand something is repeating, if you think that some investment is repeating, then it goes for the letter A. If you understand this problem, the next problem is easy for you all.